Today on The Report, we discuss the United States government's solution to the egg shortage.
Melania Trump advocates for a bill to criminalize deepfake pornography.
An Orange County teens AI technology that detects wildfires.
And how Cal State Fullerton's VITA program helps students file taxes. The report starts now.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of The Report. I'm Ariana Hartman.
I'm Juliana White.
I'm Alejandra Chavez.
I'm Allison Goyich. Don't forget to follow our Titan TV Instagram at Titan TV CSUF to keep in touch with us and view our latest content.
The United States government is attempting to crack the code to halt the rise in egg prices that has sent grocery shoppers scrambling for the refrigerator display. The avian influenza outbreak has affected over 17 million birds since November 2024, contributing to the nationwide egg shortage. The price of a dozen eggs was $3.17 in 2024, but has now surged to $4.95 in January of this year. In response, United States businesses have begun importing eggs from Turkey, a plan that has been in effect since 2024. Last year alone, the United States imported 71 million eggs from Turkey. This effort has helped relieve some of the demand on poultry farmers, giving the Department of Agriculture more time to develop a long-term solution.
One potential strategy currently under testing is a vaccination developed by the Zoetis manufacturer for the affected birds. The USDA issued a conditional license for an avian flu vaccine to provide safe and effective results. However, this approach has sparked controversy as it could lead to the bird flu becoming endemic and triggering trade challenges. As the world's largest poultry producer, the United States faces a fragile balance between controlling the outbreak and preserving its export markets. Experts in the agricultural community are calling for additional funding to support research and monitoring of the virus. Meanwhile, the department is facing setbacks by Donald Trump's recent layoffs at federal agencies such as the CDC and USDA, further hindering the progress and funding for these efforts.
First Lady Melania Trump spoke publicly for the first time at a roundtable discussion in the Capitol building on March 3rd, focusing on safeguarding the youth from mean-spirited online content. She reaffirmed her Be Best initiative and urged lawmakers to pass the Take It Down Act, a bill first introduced by Senator Ted Cruz of Texas. The legislation would criminalize non-consensual intimate imagery and deepfake pornography. The measure was inspired by one of the victims, 15-year-old Elliston Berry from Texas, who felt humiliated after Snapchat refused to remove a graphic deepfake of her for nearly a year. Though the Senate passed the act in February, her public backing could usher it through the Republican-controlled House and President Trump's desk to become a law.
She also criticized the absence of Democratic leaders at the event, stating, quote, "Surely as adults we can prioritize America's children ahead of partisan politics," end quote. Over the past year, targeted victims of AI-generated, non-consensual, explicit content have included high-profile women like Taylor Swift, Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and teenage girls. House Speaker Mike Johnson expressed his support for the bill, but did not offer a timetable for the vote, although he claims to be a full supporter of it.
This past Monday, President Donald Trump held his first joint session of Congress to highlight some of the monumental reforms set in place by the new administration that have differed drastically from Joe Biden's administration. The president's speech opened by addressing a series of current topics gripping the nation, including the domestic rise in egg prices, the potential for an assured ceasefire in the Russian-Ukrainian war, and an incoming second wave of tariffs. Opening nearly without incident, the president's speech faced interruptions on several occasions by notable members of the Democratic wing, including Texas 9th District Representative Al Green, who shouted at the president, quote, "He has no mandate to cut Medicaid," end quote.
Representative Green was escorted from the House chamber after his refusal to cooperate, with repeated warnings from the House Speaker, Mike Johnson. The rest of President Trump's congressional session concluded without conflict, with the president highlighting several notable departments and bills passed In the first months of his administration, including Elon Musk's effort with Doge, the implementation of the Lakeland-Riley Act to detain and deport illegal immigrants with criminal backgrounds, and congratulating distinguished guests and attendees.
17-year-old Ryan Honary, a resident of Newport Beach, has dreamed of building a cutting-edge invention to extinguish wildfires since he was 10 years old. His passion for wildfire prevention began in 2018 when Ryan witnessed one of California's most devastating wildfires, the Camp Fire. The tragedy fueled his determination to explore innovative solutions to combat wildfires. In 2019, Honary participated in the Ignite Innovation Student Challenge, where he launched his first wildfire detection network. He has received an outpour of support from the Irvine Ranch Conservancy, Orange County Fire Authority, and OC Parks Irvine Ranch Open Space, all whom have continued to advance his research and help refine his technology.
This collaboration has led to Honary's latest breakthrough, a sensory AI, an artificial intelligence-based system designed to detect wildfires more efficiently. Built on a network of sensors positioned in the high-risk areas, the technology communicates in real time, pinpointing the exact location of a fire. If one of the sensors detects a fire and communicates to another sensor that has cell service, it automatically alerts the fire authorities. Honary has recently partnered with the City of Irvine and Orange County Fire Authority to deploy his technology in the field. Honary said he is driven by a powerful mission, quote, "I'm hoping that in the process I can save many people's lives. I can save homes, I can save just animal lives, and I can just save the environment in general," end quote.
Attention Titans, do you love the arts? Do you enjoy free exhibitions? Did you know that your student ID provides you free travel on the Metrolink Orange Line to Los Angeles Union Station? On March 16th, SoCal Museums is offering free admission at almost 30 participating locations across LA County. The event, known as Free Museum Day, offers students a wide range of educational experiences, including cultural heritage, art, film, and history. Explore the prehistoric tar pits of La Brea featuring preserved woolly mammoths, or discover the magic of the movies at the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures.
Commenting on the story behind the creation of this special event, President of SoCal Museums, Alexa Nishimoto, has stated, quote, "As Los Angeles and Southern California continue to recover after the devastating fires, we hope to offer a space of comfort and connection for people. It is an honor for us to open our collective doors and welcome visitors in to experience the broad range of cultural experiences available in the region," end quote. Visit SoCalMuseums.org for more details and reservations for your favorite museums.
The Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program at Cal State Fullerton is back. The volunteer-based initiative supported by the IRS in the College of Business and Economics offers free tax preparation services to students and families with a gross income up to $67,000. This includes services for lower-income families, domestic and international students, elderly taxpayers, and individuals with disabilities. Walk-ins are welcome every Saturday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. until April 12th at room 2311 in Mahalo Hall. This valuable service is a great opportunity for students and community members to get professional tax assistance, maximize refunds, and learn about tax credit they may not know they qualify for. Whether you are filing for the first time or need assistance with a complicated return, VITA is here to help.
Okay, let's get into our topics for today. So how are we feeling about the government's egg plan right now? I'm personally hoping this will help reduce prices, because I don't enjoy paying $10 for eggs when I go to the grocery store or seeing empty shelves.
Yeah, I definitely understand. Like, it's really hard. Like, I eat eggs every single day of my life, and now I have to look for new breakfast to make every morning, because I don't like paying $13 for like 10 eggs, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely interesting to see how this is very much so like an issue that no matter what side you're on, no matter where you come from, like as an American, a lot of people are very, very concerned about the price of eggs. And it seems like they are trying to like make efforts to kind of help with it. But I feel like we probably won't see change for quite a while.
I agree. Yeah, there's still eggs not on the shelves, so I'm waiting until we can see some more up there to buy any, because I don't know, maybe some people need eggs more than I do, so I'll let the eggs go to the other people first.
My first thought comes to bakeries.
Totally, yeah.
They definitely need eggs. Okay, moving on. What did you guys think of Melania Trump's advocacy for her new safety bill?
I think it's amazing. She's using the position she has to take, like, advocating for kids and child that has been going through like a situation, mostly women and teenage girls who has been suffering with sexual violence for a real long time. It's good that they're starting to move and make something about this.
Yeah, I think it's good, especially with AI and everything. A lot of the time, it can be hard to tell whether if it's real or not. So I think cracking down on this is definitely going to help a lot of women and children.
Yeah, and I think that cracking down on this first and then trickling down into, you know, deepfakes have just been made of celebrities saying things that they would not normally say. And so I think that, yes, it's very important to tackle the pornography side of things, because that's really impactful on people's lives, but also then venturing into how that affects people on the daily.
Yeah, absolutely. And I definitely was a little bit disappointed to see some Democratic leaders and representatives not at this event. And I understand, you know, it's kind of a pressing time for both sides right now. And I understand not wanting to support one thing that the other side is trying to initiate. But I think this is kind of a time right now where both sides do need to come together, especially to support this really pressing issue in everyone's lives right now.
Definitely.
Speaking of conflict within Congress, we just had Al Green interrupt Trump's congressional address. How do we feel about that?
I mean, representatives interrupting speeches is really nothing new. We've seen it before, not in these kind of congressional addresses, but like other congressional addresses. But I will say this is probably one of the first times I've seen that a representative has been kicked out, and that's definitely a little bit concerning, especially because, you know, that hasn't happened to other past members of Congress when they've interrupted other speeches. So I was very shocked to see that.
Yeah, I think he was treated more harshly than other Congress members, like you said, have in the past, who have outspoken. And we've had other Congress members speak out, but they haven't been kicked out, and they've said more controversial things than what Al Green did.
Yes, and there were even a lot of Congress members in there and representatives who were holding up signs that said things that were not necessarily nice or supportive towards the Trump administration. And as they were walking into the address, there was somebody on Trump's side of things who took one of the signs out of somebody's hands. And it's yes, there's a time and place for things. However, we are a nation of freedom of speech. That's our First Amendment right. So I think that just looks really, really bad for Trump's party and campaign to be taking away people's freedom of speech.
Yeah, additional to that, I watched the entire thing, and let me tell you, it was one of the longest speeches I have ever seen. And additional to that, not him just talking this entire time, but the controversy of everybody screaming and yelling things. There was no order here, and it's just crazy to think how the bipartisanship in this country is really affecting the policymakers and the law.
Yeah. Okay, on our next topic, we have the Orange County teen who is using AI to help with wildfire detection, which I think this is really good, especially as we just had more than two major fires running throughout LA. And I also think it's amazing that this kid he's only 16 and he's doing this.
It's going to look really good on his college app. But yeah, I mean, I think that's such an amazing thing for him to do. It's going to help so many people in Southern California, and then you can, expand that out to the rest of California and the rest of the nation, and now the rest of the world, if it truly does help. And I think that's really amazing of him.
Yeah, I can already see a college application yesterday. Yes. Going to say no to that.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting because it kind of shows how, we previously just discussed, deep fakes and how AI is being used for harm, but then you see these examples of AI being used for good. So it really is two sides of the same coin. It can be used for good and it can be used for bad. And I think it's up to us as like a society to kind of make sure we're utilizing AI for good primarily, as Ryan is doing. So kudos to him.
Okay, and now we have SoCal's museums and their annual free pass day. Honestly, I think I'm going to utilize that.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. I love going to museums. I went to one in LA last week, and I thought it was beautiful. And to think that I can go to many more for free, it's crazy. I think I'll definitely be going.
Yeah, I think it's good to promote art and culture for everyone.
100%. Yeah, you might see me there.
Yeah, I do think that, I think one of the ones nearby, I think the Bowers Museum is part of that list. So Titans or anyone who's in the area, and I believe it's in Santa Ana, make sure, go check it out. Go take advantage of that.
Definitely. And now we have CSUF's Volunteer Income Tax Assistant Program. Personally, I did not know about this until reading about the story, but I think it's a great thing that they're doing.
Yeah, it's a great thing that the school does that. Personally, as an international student, I didn't know how tax reforms worked in the country, and I was really glad when I found out about this program last year, and I will definitely be using it again.
Yeah, I know. I wish I would have known about this before I filed my taxes, which was a kind of difficult thing to do. It's not the easiest process.
Taxes are
definitely
hard if you don't have help.
Yeah, it really, really is. I think that's also not a skill that you like learn in high school or anything, and then as you get to college, it's not. I think there's sometimes some classes that you can take to help like with your taxes and file them, but it's nice that they're providing this for like any student to kind of come in and do, because every time I look at my tax forms, I have no idea what's going on. So
it's just a bunch of letters and numbers, and I don't know what to do from there.
Exactly.
And you don't want to like accidentally fill out the wrong thing.
Right.
Right.
So.
Right.
Okay, well, and I think with that, that's all we have for today.
Have a successful midterm week, Titans.
And stay tuned for more news, views, and info.
We'll see you next time on The Report.